Hello, I'm Alvia Wardlaw, and I am Director and Curator of the University Museum here at Texas Southern University. I also am a professor of art history, and I teach 2 courses per semester. Both art and education have been central to my life since I was a child. So it was my mother's curiosity about cultural aspects of the world that influenced me, and it was my father's interest in educating young people. I met John Biggers when I was 8 or 9 years old as a colleague of my father's, and we would see everything from the opera guild that the students had. There was the ebony fashion show that we would attend, and that was a treat for all the girls. And we would be on the front row, our legs dangling and swinging our little legs. And I just remember the vibrancy of color of those designers. And they were, Givenchy, Balenciaga, Christian Dior, but the models were Black. And the difference of the color against brown skin was just extraordinary. We had our own cultural kind of oasis here during the time of segregation. It was as if we were in a bubble, so to speak. Everything that was offered to us educationally was made available. When I went off to college, I said, well, I'm majoring in psychology. That's what I'm going to do. And took my first art history class with Rosalind Krauss, who was a great thinker at the time. I was inspired by her. I was inspired by Emily Vermeule, so many, and Ken Moffitt, who became my mentor. And it was Ken Moffitt who encouraged me to do my research my senior year on African American art. And I began with Dr. Biggers and then moved on to other artists like Hale Woodruff, Charles Alston. And I found such great satisfaction in talking to these older artists and learning about their careers and their journeys. I just wanted to become their champion. Having an opportunity to work with John Biggers as an adult really solidified my sense of, I need my education is not complete, and I really need to go to Africa and experience all of the culture for myself. So I was able to do that with his encouragement and blessing. But I felt a commitment to bringing this information to my own people. And there was a phrase that we used at the time: go and learn it, get the information, get the education, and take it back to the community. One of my proudest moments was at the Museum of Fine Arts, Houston, when we had 2 shows simultaneously, Thornton Dial and Jean-Michel Basquiat. And I had a symposium where I invited Amiri Baraka to speak about the power of the work of Thornton Dial, the Stream of Consciousness poem. Amiri, the great poet Baraka, thanked me and the museum for allowing him to present with his daughter, because this was the first time that the 2 of them had shared a stage together. So that was very special. Dr. Biggers received his PhD from Penn State, where he studied with Victor Lowenfeld. Professor Sims was the first African-American graduate from Cranbrook Academy, which is quite remarkable. And so they brought all of that talent and that training back to TSU and established what became a very rigorous art program. My parents taught me to do my very best at all times. I carry that with me. They also instilled in me kind of an optimism, that sometimes gets on other people's nerves because I just continue to see the glass always half full, if not 2/3 full. My advice for young artists and curators who are really interested in pursuing this field is to slow down a bit. Just exhale, take it all in. Believe in yourself. Don't doubt the ideas that you have. Don't doubt your own ability as an artist. And while I'm saying slow down, I'm also saying seize the moment. If you find that there's that moment and there's something that you want to do, act on it. There's someone out there who is going to support you. Just, stick to your inner guts about things, and if it's something that no one else thinks is important, it may very well be because you're ahead of your time. So just put it out there. My vision for the future of the University Museum at Texas Southern, my vision will always be that this is a place where young artists, writers, thinkers, doers can just come and talk and exchange ideas. I think that to value artists, especially young artists, is to show respect for their process. I would like to take this time, though, to thank everyone that has touched me in my life, beginning with my family, my dear friends, my lifelong friends, all the artists that I have met, throughout these, my goodness, how many years? Over 50 years of work. Whew. My fellow curators who are still in the trenches doing the work, the ones that, I can pick up the phone and call and they will understand, when you're having an especially difficult day because of something that happened with a show and you're trying to figure it out. Those are valuable conversations, provided by people that have a profound impact on me. My students for asking all those questions and being challenging and wanting to know more and staying after class, and just everyone who has become a part of this institution, become a part of all the work that we've all done. It's been a team. Each time, each exhibition, each project, it's been a team.
It is a great honor to take a moment to celebrate the work, the career of my good friend, Dr. Alvia Wardlaw. We can talk about her amazing scholarship, the more than 40 exhibitions that she's curated. We could talk about her teaching and how she has mentored generations of students. And we can talk about how, in many ways, she's helped all of us rethink the role, the centrality, and the impact of African American art. She is clearly a pioneer who has shaped the way art, African American art, is appreciated, studied, and made accessible. I first learned of Alvia when I began to explore the life of John Biggers. Her pioneering exhibition transformed the way I thought about art. And in many ways, throughout her career, she has done just that. She has opened doors. She has crashed ceilings as a curator, as a scholar. But more than anything else, I want to take a minute and talk about her generosity and her heart. For more than a decade, I had the unbelievable opportunity to work with Alvia and a group of people who we call the Scholarly Advisory Committee. They were the sort of intellectual life. They were the intellectual life of the museum. But in many ways, they were much more. They were the heart and soul. They were people who came together to, yes, give us their expertise on African American art, as Alvia did, but also to help us think, how do we create a museum that matters? How do you create a museum that challenges a country, but reinforces the importance of African American culture? Alvia spent 10 years being generous, helping us think, helping us grapple with all the challenges we faced, and becoming part of really a family that included Bernice Johnson Regan and Clem Price and Drew Days, Taylor Branch, and so many others who really gave their all for a museum that only existed in our imagination. So I can't thank Alvia enough. She has demonstrated over and over and over again that while she is a gifted scholar, she's even a better person. And I feel very fortunate to have worked with her, to have been made better by my time with her, to have learned from her. And I will say that one of the things I'm proudest of is that she's my friend. So congratulations, Alvia. What a wonderful career, and there's so much yet to come. You have all my love.